Started from the bottom, all I had was a dream. Always been alone, never really had a team. Cause the loyalty is suspect, nothing's what it seems. As I'm counting all this money, thinking how to make it clean. Never been broke, see I always had a job. And before I learned to hustle, I was taught how to rob. Nice with the hands, but I'm iller with the shot. Battling depression cause it's lonely at the top. Drinking all this Henny just to try and ease the pain. Though I never had regrets, there's some things that I wouldn't do the same. I would never change for some change, and I never let the sneak distance take me out my game. I'm a grown man. Unless it's for my kids, I don't hold hands. Cause they hate it when you focused on your own plans. So I gamble with my money, I don't gamble with my life in the street. Cause you only get one chance. Grab a bottle of that Henny and I mix it with some Red Bull. Got a couple pills that I'm popping for the pain. What's going on? My name is Marcus Whitley, and yes, this is Good Behavior. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about the reality of what I do and why it's been getting harder. See, as times change, so do the rules, the system, the structure. Now, for those that don't know, I'm a behavioral interventionist, an educator, and a motivational mentor. And what I mean by getting harder is the lack of help and support. See, I can sit and talk to these kids all day long, but if there's no other outlets or support, then how can you expect anything to change? Like, let's say you want to go on a diet, right? But you only diet between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Then you eat whatever you want after that. Like, if you do that, do you really expect to see results? Because I don't even see how that's possible. Like, don't tell me it's any different and you can't compare those, because it's exactly the same thing. Because the same rules apply. Look, I'll be honest though. I mean, I'm sure you guys already know this, but I feel like I'm going to say it anyway. This generation is being babied, and it's a big part of the disconnect, which I'm always talking about. Like, nobody wants to take accountability or step up, and it's affecting these kids the most. Now, I don't personally know their living situations, but what I do hear is sad. Like, it bothers me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm so passionate and invested because of how important being a father is to me. Like, I just don't understand how it can get so bad. But again, times change. When I was younger, there was structure. Not to mention all the ass whoopings I got. I mean, sometimes that's what it took for me to learn. Because, I mean, we still did what we wanted back then, but I feel like at least we thought about it first. And we're like, do I really want to do this and get that ass whooping or get these consequences? Or should I not do it? These kids now, I mean, I don't know what happened, but it's just they don't care. Or not scared of nothing. Or never, they didn't have that, or they don't have that structure. Or
that discipline to make them fear consequences. I feel like I feel like back then though there was a higher level of respect. And I feel like this generation doesn't even have any type of level of respect. But I mean, let me not say all, because there are still some that were brought up the right way and are respectful. Now, with that being said, I want to quote something that stuck with me. And it was by Frederick Douglass. Now, he said, it's easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men. And that hit me because I started to think about all my experiences, seeing people broken and almost breaking myself. Like, when something like that happens, you're never the same after that. So I feel like if we can catch them early enough and teach them the right way, then there's hope. But the biggest obstacle has always been and still is inconsistency. Because it's true when they say it takes a village to raise a child. If the parents, the the school, the mentors, and every other adult figure in their life aren't on the same page, then it ain't gonna work. Like, kids need consistency and constant positivity in their lives, because you got things like social media that are promoting violence and negativity, glorifying drugs and alcohol. I mean, I'm in middle school with kids that are barely 12 years old, and they're drinking and smoking. I mean, they think they got all the answers to life already, and they got everything figured out. But I mean, again, it that comes to their environment and the way they were brought up. I mean, if their home life ain't good, it don't matter how much we try to guide them or mentor them unless they want to change themselves. Like, one of the things that I've been noticing in the schools is, well, at least the alternative ones, is that they don't even care if these kids are learning or not. And the kids notice this. So then they feel like, why should they care? They feel like they could just skate by and they're not going to stay back because schools are just pushing them through. And I always ask, and it's funny because I always get the same answer, but I always ask them, I'm like, if you really don't want to be here, then why do you even bother coming? But it's like, because in my mind, it's like, why do you come just to sit there and fight with us and tell us how much you hate school and act out, don't do any work, when you could have put up that same fight at home? But they always be like, oh, I was forced to come here. My parents made me, or these people made me. But why not take that same energy to use to fight us, to fight them? Because honestly, you're here and you're not doing anything. And we can't make you do anything. So it becomes more of like a daycare. And I'm just babysitting. And nothing is being done to change that. I don't understand how it doesn't bother anybody enough to do something about it. Like, I'm really noticing people like pointing out problems more than they like finding solutions. But what is that actually fixing? I want you to think about that, because I don't have any answers. Like, they don't even pretend to be trying to figure it out anymore. And that's why I mentioned what I do in the beginning of this episode and why it's been getting harder. Like, I mean, I'll never understand how it's the ones who don't even work with these kids or even be around them who are the ones that come up with all the decisions for these kids. Something's got to change, because clearly we can all see that this ain't working. But anyways, I hope this episode was able to make you think about the impact that you have on your kids' lives. Because being a parent doesn't make you a parent. If you're not raising your kids, then you're just babysitting them. Now, my name is Marcus Whitley, and this is Good Behavior. So until the next episode. For more episodes and info, you can find me on all social media at I am Marcus Whitley, and find any of my books, Both Sides of the Street, Choices and Consequences, Greatness Under Pressure, and Battling Demons, all on Amazon. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.